Iceberg of giant extinct animals. First on this list is the terror bird. These were giant flightless killing machines that dominated North America, where they hunted by running down prey at 30 miles an hour and then grabbed them with their giant beaks and smashed them into the ground. While some people think these things got wiped out by the saber-toothed tiger, they actually lived alongside the saber-tooths for a long time and then became extinct because of the Ice Age. Giant mushroom trees. So these things are called prototaxides. They are these really cool things where even before trees existed on the planet Earth, there were these giant funguses that stood it up to 24 feet tall that covered the land. They were actually the tallest non-plant organism at their time, and recent studies suggest that they may have not been a fungus at all, but actually part of a now extinct, entirely different branch of life. Leviathan. So this was a huge whale that was an absolute apex predator at its time. It was essentially an insane looking sperm whale. Like most whales, it was a carnivore, but this thing mainly ate large marine vertebrates like seals and sharks, and actually ate other whales. While it was massive at 60 feet long, it actually hunted larger whales than itself, and its skull was big too. It was like 10 feet long, and it had these 14-inch sharp teeth that covered its top and bottom jaws. What's really cool is this thing actually lived at the same time as the megalodon, so these things were likely fighting with each other and competing for food, and if they were fighting, the Leviathan definitely would have won. Its name also came from the biblical story of the Leviathan. Short-faced bear. So these are the largest bears that ever existed. They lived in North America during the Ice Age. They were so massive at 12 feet tall standing up, and they weighed over 2,000 pounds, making modern bears look small. They could also sprint at 40 miles an hour because their legs were extremely long, and the reason they were called short-faced bear is because their face was actually shorter like a big cat, which gave it an extremely strong bite force. There's even evidence that these things hunted woolly mammoths, but mainly young ones, though they were probably likely also dangerous to adults too because of how big they were. Giant dragonfly. So these things are also called Meganeura. They are these huge dragonflies that had a 2.5 foot wingspan. They lived in these prehistoric swamps where they hunted large bugs and also likely smaller amphibians. They could also probably spot prey up to 1 mile away because they had massive bulging eyes, but they were by far the largest flying insects ever. But I bet this thing sounded like a drone flying through these jungles and swamps because they probably flew at 30 to 50 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than most modern birds. Deinosuchus. So this is the world's largest crocodile-like animal. It was about 35 to 40 feet long and 8 to 10 tons. Its skull alone was 6 feet long, and it had these teeth that were the size of a banana. And what's crazy is its bite force was actually stronger than a T-Rex at 20,000